fall back on players like Nico. They fall back on those skills. So.
Right, well, we are into the pistol round now on the first map, which is Cobblestone. You can see Mousesports taking the first pick. Sorry, getting picked first, is what I meant to say. And it's the talisman for Team Nico who's gone down, so that does not bode well. But somehow Chris J's managed to flank one of the CTs there, Oscar. The bomb, though, still hasn't managed to get anywhere important. Dennis has got into connector as well, doing some work. Man disadvantage, though, for Mousesports, moving the bomb over towards the A site.
And, you know, Mousesports, we did give them a lot of criticism there, but I still say that, you know, they should be expected to win this match, and right now they really need to be bringing themselves back here. Chris J, nice flash there, and he's not able to capitalize and get the frags though. It looks very, very awkward at this point. So many prolonged battles, but finally HellRaisers are going to eliminate the remainder of Mousesports and start off with a good economy. And the thing that bodes very well from HellRaisers is, as we said, you know, the biggest problem for Mousesports previously that we've seen on Cobblestone is their T sides look very unstructured and to some extent without direction, and that's going to be a big problem if HellRaisers have good setups. If they're confident in how they're going to play their CT side, if they're hitting their shots, then HellRaisers could start with a really strong side, meaning there's a lot of pressure when Mousesports go into that CT side that they've got to get every round. But again, because they're so skilled, CT side's going to be a lot easier for them in that sense. And you got this man here, Nico, he's got the deagle right now. He's just trying to push out with his force spy out on plat to see if he can get something done on Lonesome. And this is what you want Nico to do. But that is a snap and a half there from Stiko. And I have to say, you know, the Stiko-Oscar combo is definitely quite a scary one. Typically, you see them setting up together. This time around, though, we won't actually see that. We're going to see them separated on the bomb sites, but that is fine. Now, HellRaisers, having picked off one player, are starting to get an inkling as to what's happening. There it is, the push coming in. Next will be the one to take the frag onto Angel, so slowly advancing his team up onto the bomb site is next with that frag, but it's quite labored here. You can see the grenades are going to be slowing down the terrorist push onto that site, and things are looking very, very nice right now for HellRaisers. Just one player left, and boom, there it is, and they only lost Angel. So that's a very acceptable amount of losses against the force buy of Mousesports.
Okay, so 2-0. See, Chris J's got money for the AWP in the coming rounds. Let's have a look at the layout here. We've got two CTs going aggressive A to start off with, and the remaining three over towards B. Qualifier going to be playing outside the drop zone. Doesn't seem Mousesports are interested in going there. This is a pretty hard eco. You can see a few P250s. Other than that, not much going on. Might be hard for Tico to get a lot of kills back from that range with the MP9. Much better up close. Good nade going in to get a bit of pressure into the T's. They've lost two players though. Zero's quite heavily tagged as well. Although Chris J is the last man standing, and he is dead now, of course. So, HellRaisers off to the start they needed. But now the pressure will rise from Mousesports. Chris J only had 5k actually, so someone actually did tweet me. We thought that he bought the Krieg by accident last time, but he's actually bought it again here. So someone said that it is something he chooses to play with, and you know, there's a lot of like if you're an AWPer basically, then working the scopes with other guns is quite nice as well.
I know a lot of players that well, I know a couple of players that are kind of Krieg specialists, and it is very strong. I mean, it's a one-shot kill, and the scope on some pixel angles can be really, really strong.
Yeah, he's literally walking with it scoped as well into long A.
If you have good accuracy, the tapping with it's like very sick with the scope. Again, the accuracy is with the scope is so nice. But anyway, we'll see that the push is going to go in from Mousesports, but they get pretty destroyed, to be honest. And the CTs are able to fall back, use the utility to find safer positions. And with that now 3-man advantage, things are looking pretty damn good for them, for the HellRaisers side. Now Speedy and Nex going to make their way up the ramp to see if they can try to salvage the situation. We've got Oscar there with the AWP. He's got a lot of support too. Boom, there's the snap. Oscar is a fantastic AWPer, very consistent.
He's a problem, Dan.
He's a massive problem. And one thing I want to point out as well is that you'll see that Stiko is still on the UMP. Earlier we saw him on the MP9. when the rest of his teammates have better weapons. Stiko is like this, such a sick all-rounder because he will take the hit for the team. Like he will drop the AWP for Oscar and then be left with nothing, but still he'll be able to deliver like a lot of value to his team in those rounds. So you know, that's one of the strengths of Stiko. I gotta say, considerate player, quite an intelligent player as well. Is quite skilled. So it's a lot of problems for Mousesports to deal with, not just Oscar here, I must say.
So we've got Mousesports moving into the drop zone. Again, this is they are without money. They've left themselves 2 to 2.5k in the bank. Qualifier, oh, it's looking away just at the wrong time, and they're all going to start running into the area. But you can see that Oscar has a good angle, and the Qualifier can back him up. So Mousesports will be contained here for the time being, but Oscar's definitely going to need some help from Angel, but Angel has no idea if anyone's behind him, and now they're moving into the site. Oscar's played this well, though. Angel's going to come in to take down a number of the players, and yeah, it's going to be a nice clean-up for HellRaisers. Only Angel is lost. I think he was rocking with a FAMAS, so they're not going to be too concerned with that. Great start here for HellRaisers on the CT side. Chris J now, let's see what he is going to go for. Picking up an AK this time. I think he could have gone for the Krieg, but to be honest, I think the way he was trying to use it was really poor. Like he was literally scoped walking along A main, which you're never going to win a duel with an AWP, for example, although he doesn't know that Oscar's there, but we can get back to that a bit later on. Qualifier going to be holding down the drop zone. So it seems that the meta around the drop zone has changed from trying to hold it from inside to just playing it outside and allowing people to have it if they wish. They're still stuck in a very bad choke point. It seems that's developed in that direction. Here we go, HellRaisers are losing all the players now. Angel over towards the A side, stuck on the wrong side of 3 smokes. But let's see if he chooses to try and clutch around as Chris J did at the major. Ooh, nice little pop flash there. So it seems he's willing to go for it for the time being. Bit of shoulder peeking. Avoids the flash as well. Double peek though will be enough, and next we'll take the frag. Mousesports get onto the scoreboard.
One thing I've noticed actually immediately is that these rounds are very fast. We've had 6 rounds played already, and I don't know if it's just me, but yesterday it felt like every match the rounds would take the full time.
People were running the clock down. It was brutal, Dan.
Every game.
Every game, every round. There's only so much one can talk about.
14 hours. God damn. Well, we're going to get the peek there coming in from Oscar on the AWP on the boost of the drop area. Skyfall, as people used to call it. And Oscar's going to pick off Nico, the star player of Mousesports, is dead. He will bite the dust. And you can see now that there's a bit of pressure to try to gain some ground on drop zone, but so rather on B plateau, but it's not gonna be going so well for Mousesports. Instead, they're gonna back away, deterred by the grenades, and walk towards A. Now we will see a bit of ping-ponging backwards and forwards between the A and the bomb site. Will Mousesports actually try to commit here? Oscar's repositioned. He haunts them with this AWP. He's always lurking somewhere. No matter where they go, they will find Oscar with that AWP. And oh, Dennis will get caught going through the drop zone. He was heard running. He a shot in the back, and HellRaisers are dismantling Mousesports here. This is very, very bad news right now. Mousesports just won a round. So unless Chris J needs to clutch this, he's going to actually get the bomb planted. He will take the kill onto Oscar there. Very important one. Getting some tags in there. Bomb ticks away. 3 players trying to face him, and he will go down in the end. He at least got the bomb planted for his team, which is kind of a big deal. But yeah, Mousesports, they get reset on the economy. That means they get 1,400 loss bonus plus the additional 800, bringing them to 2,200 due to the bomb plant. So they will have some monies, as they also did win the other round that they won quite cleanly. So you can see they're not too unhealthy. Yeah,
everyone can buy apart from Speedy. You can take one for the team, pick up a Deagle or a Tech 9. Indeed, he'll go for the Tech 9, a more dynamic option. So Chris J onto the AWP now, and hopefully he'll have a better time of it than he did with the Krieg. I mean, I like the idea of it, but just the approach was not ideal at all. Because obviously, if you're going to walk into a peak that slow, you're going to get shot. It's as simple as that.
Yeah. I like the Creed though.
Yep.
I do think it's quite viable. It's just that I don't think there's much to gain from investing a lot of time in it. Some people haven't. And nice peek coming in from Nico. That's 2 members dead. That should be a round-winning advantage now for Mousesports. Because if you just consider how much time, the sheer amount of time that's left on the clock, and if Mousesports just play for the trades, there shouldn't be anything to go wrong here. There's no Oscar with an AWP somewhere. That would be one way for them to get back in the round. The AWP is really powerful in spots like this, or as far as comeback potential goes, because it's hard to it can be hard to trade against an AWPer. But instead, it's just Qualifier on the bomb side with an M4. He really needs some support here. A flash from a teammate in would be really nice for Qualifier to take some battles, but instead he's just going to go for the raw peak. He's going to get taken down. It's quite sad though, because Zero did have, you know, some grenades there. He could have thrown a flash over the doors, and then Qualifier would have been able to, you know, peek with it. But so the bomb will go down. They will save.
The problem for Oscar there was if somebody's in the drop, above the drop already, you have to jump before you can get the standing position that he's looking for with the AWP. And there's basically nothing you can do. You should die in that situation if someone's already there. So didn't get there fast enough, unfortunately. Like if you just throw a Molotov up there, for example, then jump into position, you're going to have a much better time, just like any grenade.
Unless you're cold, and then you will kill the entire team.
Yeah, absolutely.
What an incredible moment that was at the major. That was where it all started, actually, for Luminosity, or that's where
comeback.
Or that's where it all ended for
yeah.
Liquid.
That was comeback number 2, wasn't it? Was it Cash first?
No, that was the first comeback.
Okay.
Yeah, Cash was the next map.
Oh yes, it was, because that was a pick of Luminosity, Mirage.
Yeah.
Well, Mousesports 2-6 now. Looking at the CT economy following their bye, the money is not great. It's a bit all over the place, so this is an important round for both teams. We've got Oscar again very advanced towards long. Chris J has an AWP as well as Oscar holding that usual passive position. Wow, the crab walk. There's nothing worse than being killed by a crab walking opponent. And Nico gets an easy kill over towards the bomb site. So HellRaisers have lost a man early again, and we've seen in the other 2 rounds that when they lose a man early, it doesn't tend to go well for them.
Oh yeah, on this map especially, it's very hard to bring yourself back from disadvantages like this on the CT side. Angel though, he's got a good position though. You know, it's going to be difficult to trade against him unless he uses all of his bullets, which he almost has here. And Oscar's there to support him. Nobody's hitting these shots. This is very, very horrible here for HellRaisers. They cannot afford to miss these shots. This is good work from Mousesports to punish them and get into position. But still, HellRaisers are slowing them down a little bit and buying time for the rotation. Ooh, Oscar almost getting a second one there, it feels like. But he does have Qualifier to pull back onto, but the trades come in. Chris J's on point, but they don't know about Zero. And there you go. He's going to get both kills. And that's the kind of bait that I can support, because that's the round-winning bait, right?
Fish bait. Yeah, that was, yeah, absolutely. If it wins the round, then a job well done. But the damage has been done to the CT economy as well. So again, they are still in a predicament financially, as you can see there. Not much money on that scoreboard. So basically, if things continue this way, even if HellRaisers continues to win rounds, but with only 1-2 people surviving, then there's a lot to be said for Mousesports catching up if they can break that CT economy. So that's one messed up Molotov, which is going to give Mousesports more freedom than they should be afforded. Nice volley actually towards the boulder position to compromise the CT hold. Man advantage for the CTs at the moment as the remainder of the Mousesports side comes towards the plateau. And they're going to get shot down by hail of bullets. Then it's the next Chris J all get taken down. So got some good positioning to start with, but they couldn't do much with it, Mousesports.
No, they couldn't really get much out of it. And I mean, the prospects look really good for Mousesports. So, you know, they started to get, a lot of kills. They started to begin to get rid of the economy of HellRaisers. Everything was set up right, and HellRaisers were making the mistakes. But that last 2K there, right for Zero to win the round for HellRaisers, has completely reset the situation. I was surprised that Mousesports couldn't get onto the A-bomb site a bit more quickly after the kind of kerfuffle that there was there. But anyway, we will have the anti-eco being played by the TTs, and so far they're doing a good job of just eliminating these small pockets of offense across the map. Only losing Angel once again. I think it's the same thing last time, it's just Angel that dies.
Yeah, he's the fallen soldier for his team. His name perhaps is apt. 7-round lead now. Very nice CT start and a very nice start to this best of 5 from the HellRaisers side. So that would be a bit of a help to their economy. You've got 3 players on 4.5k or more, and 0 on just below 4k. So it's a good boon to the CT economy. All the T's moving over to what perhaps could be another fast play. Would be bomb site. Oh, Queststone's completely blind, can't escape the corner, and he'll get taken down by the UMP. Nico waiting for a response. There's no response just yet. We'll see if he goes to upgrade his gun to the M4. And we've got Stico playing in the smoke, but he's going to get taken down by Nex. Bit of randomness going on over there. So Mousesports had a man advantage, but Oscar has come into play now, and Dennis has been dispatched of just for 1 off actually onto Oscar in play. Spiddy boosted onto the tree, taken down as well, leaving Chris J alone versus Angel and Oscar. So HellRaisers hold again. Obviously, with a best of 5, you're not always going to play your strongest maps here, and this is definitely not a strong map for Mousesports.
Yeah, it's just their T side is just so shaky. To be honest, like, if you just in isolation were to look at their CT side, you'd probably be like, oh, it's not too bad. They seem pretty decent here, but obviously it is a game of 2 halves and 2 very different halves, unlike the common reference, which is from football, of course. But I think Thorin put it a certain way, but we can come back to that as we do have a quick frag onto the drop zone there from Nico. And he's going to be able to take a weapon, quickly eliminated though by the HellRaisers. Next though, with the Deeg getting some damage done, he's going to pick up an AWP. It is turning it into a 2 versus 2 now. So Spiddy with the AWP, he's picked up an incendiary as well. And let's see if they can get a round win out of this. There is no Kevlar on Speedy, but Nex has full Kevlar. Stico coming up from A-Long. Good position. Couple flashes on Stico. Incendiary on Stico as well. Lots of utility to use here. They have time as well to try to figure out how to use the grenades appropriately. Here we go. Can they bait out any positions here? Stico's going to spot one. He'll actually take the straight duel there. And he's going to toss Incendiary into the back corner just in case. And it's actually going to be next close to the APC that's going to be dealing the damage here onto 0. Now Stico looking to try to win this 1 versus 1. He's going to drop down from the roof and he's going to pick it up. And he has, I think, just enough time here.
It's going to be close. It's
close, but he's got it just, I think. Close indeed. And it's going to be the AWP picked up. Very nice save from Stico, but I mean, a nice... very nice round from Mousesports, despite not winning it. Problem is, though, is that would normally be a nice round. And sure, it is in most circumstances. But right now, all they need is round wins. They're going to damage the economy of HellRaisers. And okay, sure, if they win this one, then they can get the eco out of them. But still, they need the round wins right now. 2-11 is a really big deficit. Mousesports are going to be up against an auto sniper now in the hands of Stico. Ooh. Was that timing, or did Oscar actually try to shoot? I'm not sure.
It looks like he tried to shoot. Let me have a look at his AWP.
Sometimes you can
he didn't shoot. He didn't shoot. It may be that. So I mean, there's the odd occasion where you
like kind of press the scope before you shoot or something.
Or you kind of just press Q before shooting, but it's extremely rare.
Yeah.
That happens and very weird. So Mousesports with 4 people over towards the A site at the moment, all around the mid area. I'm curious to see how they'll play with smokes, although they may not get an opportunity because Oscar just wants to kill everyone, Dan, every round, all the time.
Yeah, I do like watching Oscar AWPing. It is definitely quite therapeutic. It's quite cathartic just seeing him just wrecking people. I don't know.
They deserved it, damn it.
So here we go. It's now a nasty situation because Mousesports down a man. They need to still fight for positioning. It's still like some nasty positions here. Is Angel on the boost there in A-Long? I think he is. So Chris J is probably going to get completely wrecked by Angel here. If Angel would look, there we go. Oh no.
Oh okay. No, that was elsewhere.
That was elsewhere. All right. Angel did not let his teammate die. So Steeko, Zero, and Questone still left. The auto sniper still in play.
Oh, wow, Spiddy's going for the hero rotation towards the B bomb site, and Dennis has been taken down. So Spiddy should get a plant for his team, worst case scenario, if it's going to be a 1 versus 3. Steeko's got an auto sniper. I wouldn't want to go too close and lose that, because that would be very dangerous indeed. Spiddy is going to try and push forward and get a bit more control of the map, but Steeko will finish him off. With the auto, 2 kills for Steeko in that round. He saw, while the rest of the Mousesports team was over towards A, Nico was on B plateau, but as soon as he emerged, he got shot in the face. 12-2 for HellRaisers. I think this should... It makes me wonder what Mousesports vetoed to let Cobblestone through, because this might be their worst map.
I guess it's pretty quite hard to pick maps against HellRaisers now as well, because you know, what do you really know about them right now? With the two newer players in the team, it's pretty hard picks to make. We're gonna see the B plateau presence right now coming in from the Mousesports side, and Steeko, unfortunately, no longer with an auto sniper. Would have been quite fun to see it this round. Zero going to smoke off himself off on the tree position. There's a great vantage point over the smokes. Of course, Steeko's going to go down after 1 frag, but Zero, I'm very excited to see how his position's going to pan out. There's 1 quick frag from him, taking down the bomb planting attempt. What a beautiful position. How on earth do they deal with this? Looks like Nex is going to fire into the smoke and get rid of Zero. So good fight back coming in from Mousesports.
Nice. But
Questone and Angel, they have something to say about it, striking back themselves. All the strikes in Counter-Strike. And that's a 13-2 scoreline. HellRaisers with a very dominant CT side. And we actually were kind of expected this.
Yeah.
We're kind of alluding to this sort of thing.
Yeah, Mousesports don't have much going on Cobblestone on the T side, and it is evidence there. Oscar's not even top of the leaderboard, actually. HellRaisers has been putting in work on the CT side. Yeah,
I mean, this was the cool thing about yesterday, is because you know, when we first, because again, we didn't know too much about Zero and Questone. We didn't know how they were going to fit into the team. So you know, we kind of just take for granted. Okay, we know at least, we know Oscar, we know Steeko, we know that little dynamic duo, and we know Angel is the the fearless leader, an aggressive player who can do a little bit of AWPing if necessary. He can go for the entry frags. He's very versatile himself too, so he's good at fitting the team into certain structures and fitting around them too. So you know, that's what we knew about. But then we found out that Questone and Zero are great at just doing their jobs. If they're put into a spot where they just need to get a couple kills on a defense, they're going to do it. If they're put into clutch situations, they're going to do it. You know, they're not lacking on individual skill themselves either. So, I mean, we saw a lot of good rounds from both of those players yesterday. So that means that HellRaisers look kind of scary, actually. HellRaisers even had Andy Forspice. How sick is that?
It's pretty good.
Let's see we'll have to see if they are going to be showing us more of those in this half, if they even need to. If they win this pistol round, and do they have a raid boss? Yes, they do. Oscar on the raid boss.
None other than. So we had Chris J going very aggressive towards long A to see what was going on there, while Mousesports have effectively stacked the B bomb site and the connector area to make sure there's no splits coming in. We did see some interesting things on Cobblestone yesterday. So here we go, HellRaisers starting to take it slow, as HellRaisers do. Good thing they only need 3 rounds, Dan. Perhaps. Otherwise, could be here for hours. Yeah, HellRaisers like to just stand around and run the clock down, basically, and make it harder for us to find things to talk about, Dan, while literally nothing is going on. But fortunately, they're going to be going for the push.
Yeah. Explosions everywhere. Exploding heads, as we will have the bomb lost, actually, in connector. They wanted to get it towards A. Now Chris J is himself sandwiched between 2 players. Angel has a bullet with his name on it. And so do I, James. MLG, the guys at MLG gave me
they give us giant bullets, like 50 cal bullets or something.
Yeah, they give us 50 cal bullet casing, 50 cal bullet casing with our name on it.
Yeah, bottle openers, which were
giant
American bullets, of course.
Not amusing for security in the airport, however.
Dipped in patriotism.
Excuse me, sir, why do you have a bullet with your name on it?
Yeah. So, should HellRaisers close this map out quickly, the second map is going to be cash of this best of 5, but let's see if Mousesports can do anything with the force buy that has come in here. Nico's got Mag 7 no armor. Chris J's gone for the full force. Got a diffuse kit, smoke and a flash, and a 5.7. Spiddy MP9 no armor. First pop flash comes in. You see they're waiting for a reaction from the CT side, but they're going to bide their time. And ooh, Nico with a Mag 7 takes down Angel. Fallen soldier for his team. What is the response here from HellRaisers? One by one, they're getting taken down here by the CT side. How are they going to... they've only got a smoke grenade now, the Ts, and it's one by one they're getting taken down. They're getting absolutely wrecked by Mousesports. Stico with an AK versus 4 with a minute on the clock, and they've seen the bomb, and they will all congregate on the position. Oh, that's a GG smoke. What do you do now, Mr. Stico?
This is AK called Boys Day. I don't know what that means.
One can only imagine, Dan.
On earth.
Is that like a CIS Mandem? Flanks coming in as well for Stico. And that was a disaster, basically.
Yeah.
I mean, I have nothing wrong with the Mag 7 kill on team main. There's nothing you can do with that. But one person going into the drop zone on his own and getting killed with no response. Maybe A would have been a better approach for the T side. I think generally A might be an easier anti-force buy location. Speaking of force buys, HellRaisers are dropping into the drop zone pretty quickly now, and it seems that the A split is going to be on again. We've got 2 CTs there. Stico's still holding very passively outside A. I think it's time for him to start pushing because his team are charging towards the A site now. Chris J splits up the sawn off, but he's going to be putting in great work with that. Lots of money for him as well. 3 kills. We've got an AWP coming for Mr. Chris J.
Yeah, that's a lot of money for Chris J. Stico can still get some damage in though. The Eagle.
I don't know why he was waiting so long. He was just like standing around the statue for just the entire time.
He lurks. He lurks. Can he get anything else here? He's not being spotted. Ooh. USP'd. So 14-4, it does feel like an inevitability that HellRaisers will win this match. That said,
it's never an inevitability.
That said,
if the team is HellRaisers, Dan.
Yeah.
If there's one thing we have learned in Counter-Strike, it is that they never close until they have closed.
The other thing too is that, you know, we saw this at the Major 2 with Flipside. Okay, sure, it is Flipside, and you know, Flipside have in the past kind of choked away some leads like this, but I don't know that HellRaisers will do the same thing. They just need 2 rounds. How hard can it be, Jay? How hard can it be?
It can be very hard, Dan. So again, Stico doesn't have the bomb, and he's just going from like he's just in mid.
This one's the advance. He's trying to build the Stico highlight reel. He's going to move you later on that. He's feeding him demos.
I don't understand what his purpose. I mean, perhaps he's going for a flank if they prove successful over towards B bomb site, but he's just so far away. Like, I'm just going to buy Deagle and be over here, guys. You guys try and win the round. So both teams on the buy now. Oscar's AWP no armor. Stico's going for another one of his smoke grenades, which I think is towards the connector area again. I really like that. I think it's the door that enters the B bomb site, but it kind of splits the connector area, which allows him to split A easier, theoretically at least. Ooh, Dennis could have got 3, doesn't get any. He's going to play the safe game and just get out of there. He's got the information for his team. Chris J's putting a nice smoke down, and he should have a good angle and a crossfire here with Dennis. Angel will be the first to fall, although Spiddy has been taken down by none other than Oscar. You can see next coming in for the rotation. So there's only Nico over towards the B bomb sites at present, where again Stico's holding a super passive angle. Not really getting a lot done for his team, but he's starting to move towards plateau slowly but surely. And HellRaisers are indeed rotating away from the A site.
Yeah, and to be honest, their odds to get into the B side are pretty good right now. It's only Nico, and he's just there with the mag. Of course, he's...
How do you mess up that jump? That's impressive. If you're too close to that little ridge there, that stops you from jumping high enough. Ooh, nice gap. But Nico might get... Oh, he might get taken down.
Oh, wow, that's timing. timing.
Well, it could have been. So 35 seconds left on the clock, and HellRaisers are just walking backwards and forwards at the moment.
Getting their Mousesports on.
And now it seems they're going back towards the A sites. They're just going for a garden stroll then, through the chateau. Christie's seen some information, but he's rotating away from A, leaving Dennis alone through long. But he's going to have a bit of an engagement here. He should win this surely because he's got M4. That smoke's going to work out. Takes down Tico as well. So we've got a bit of a duel for the map, but the T's need to cross to it, and Nico's not going to let them. Left down to Qualifier now, but Nico's man enough for the challenge.
Nico is... I wish I could just use a lot of expletives, but he's very, very good. He's very good.
He appears to be a good player, Dan.
He is very good. Yeah, it's going to be interesting to see whether HellRaisers can actually close, because this is, again, the thing with Mousesports is that, you know, the reason why they get so much criticism is because you know that they could be so good, because the potential of the players are so good. Like in a vacuum, in isolation, the players are damn good. So they get a lot of criticism. And so when you get to the CT side, then now you start to see, okay, these guys are really strong at defense when they don't have to make these strategical calls, and they just have to kind of play some simple setups to try to defend, where they make less decisions. And it's the skill starts to really show, and especially on players like Chris J, who's got the AWP as well. He's, again, that's what he's known for, is being able to hit all those crazy AWP shots. So
Angel and Deagle. It's like an extension of his arm sometimes. He's always causing problems with that. But is that just going to be the one frag of the rounds? You can see Oscar has stolen the M4. Other than that, there are pistols. No armor on the T side. Having a quick look at the money for the C. They're rolling in the cash, actually, so they don't even care. It's just about winning rounds at the moment for the Mousesports side. Now we see Angel's going to be the lurker towards A, while his teammates get presumably cut down towards B. But Nico holding things down towards the plateau area, and there we go. The eco comes to an end for HellRaisers.
Yeah, they get to win a round on this T side. Obviously, they need 2. But let's see how this one will go. I mean, the thing is that where they should have a slightly easier time compared with the team like Flipside, who kind of threw their game away against Mousesports in this way, is that HellRaisers have players like Oscar to go completely ham with an AWP. That's a really good edge to have. Of course, Flipside have welded it, but I'd wager that Oscar is actually potentially much better and more versatile aggressively. So here we go, we've got the push coming in. Chris J's a little bit blinded, he's not being checked at all. Everyone runs through the smoke, and Oscar's actually in a lot of trouble here. He's going to get spammed down by Chris J, and Chris J's teammates are going to blend HellRaisers. That was ridiculous. They all just jumped through the smoke and got immediately eliminated. That was very anticlimactic.
Climactic?
Climactic.
Climactic.
Yes.
I'm gonna take your word for it then.
Again, don't do this. Like, I'm too tired to, like, when you even if I'm sure, you say, "Are you sure?" I'm like, "Oh no, maybe I'm not sure anymore."
Yeah, I think both our brains are fried in different ways, Dan. So Chris J's going to be alone towards the A site at the moment, with 4 towards B for Mousesports. We'll see all the players around A passively for HellRaisers. Again, this could be a long round.
Yeah, it could indeed. This time Oscar's got a sawn off. And again, that is the British way to say it. We don't say sawed off, we are not America. So, it'd be great to see if he would be able to position himself in the drop zone. He's actually done it as well. There's not really any close defense here for him. And this is actually, again, as far as the meta goes, one of the adjustments that teams have made, because it's been so common that people will try to take it with sawn off. The sawn off is so favorable when you drop down there with the right flash as well. And then if you hit the shot with the sawn off, you get a gun all of a sudden. But if you just contain them, the sawn off can't do anything. As soon as the sawn off player tries to leave the drop zone area in any sense, he's got mid-range to deal with, and the bullets don't go that far with the sawn-off, so you can't actually do anything. So you know, you're better off with a pistol at that point. So Oscar's basically useless at this stage unless he gets a close-range challenge. And Nico getting 2 frags, kind of spraying just
2 headshots.
That's
get
insane.
Wrecked.
And here you go, Oscar just charging him with the sawn-off. Indeed, somewhat useless in that spot. And now again, HellRaisers with a very flat rounds, not really finding any advantage anywhere.
So much value in Nico. That's absolutely ridiculous.
Yeah, he's so
standing in a Molotov, killing 2 guys. So HellRaisers, are they going to be able to close this out? That is the timeless question for the HellRaisers side. 5-round deficit now between HellRaisers and Mousesports. There is a buy to be had here from the HellRaisers side. Let's see what's going on. Indeed, they are going to go for the slightly late buy. So again, Chris J is going to be playing alone towards the A sites. We'll see if HellRaisers are able to adjust. They're going to spend loads of time standing outside mid, I reckon, as they are quite the slow team. In fact, they've got nobody over towards B this time, which makes me wonder if they're going to go for a faster play here, because otherwise I'm sure they would have a lurker in that area. And it seems, yes, they are slowly going to be taking mid. Very, very slowly.
Yeah, so actually managing to get their way up there. 4 players towards the B bomb site for Mousesports. They have to scramble to get themselves back into position here. And that means that HellRaisers, they do have an opportunity if they're quick, but it looks like Mousesports are going to just be able to get into the bomb site in time. There, Dennis making a frag and a lot of damage, slowing down the HellRaisers side, and they're trying to just brute force their way in. But so far, it was going actually okay until Nico showed up, taking down Zero, reclaiming some space for CT side, and Angel's on a very low amount of health. He is not long for this world. Oscar's got to get it done, and he hits these jump shots so consistently. Speedy, though, is going to punish, and that was a close one from HellRaisers. But once again, it did feel a little bit flat, generally speaking, just like they're saying, okay, let's kind of just try to walk into this site and see what happens. No, when everyone seems to be completely appalling on the T sides, it's fantastic.
Well, they're going to be on eco now on the T side. And I do wonder if they have an eco strategy. Well, the eco strategy appears to be leave the bomb in T-spawn, which Zero has gone to pick up. So that's not a good start for HellRaisers. And they're all spread out in 1 versus 1s and will presumably get picked off 1 by 1. Questone's got a flashbang, but he's on his own towards A while the rest of the team is over towards B, and he's used his flashbang. So it seems like there's no strategy here whatsoever for HellRaisers, apart from Angel's going to try and deke people.
Well, the Deagle and the Tech9s have claimed the kill, and it's Nico, no less. Nico has the value of 3 men at least. Next is going to find a frag as well. So HellRaisers, they don't have much to work with at this point except the drop zone positioning. And they could perhaps burst out onto the B-bomb site, but the problem is you got Chris J on a good position by B plateau. You got Next just kind of locking away the connector side of the map, so you can't really easily exit the window. Angel's going to try, and he might just sneak around actually, but Next is winning these 1 versus 1s, finally eliminated, but there's not much really for Angel to do here except economic damage, and I think the money from Mousesports is very good, so losing 2 players is absolutely fine for them. HellRaisers don't really seem to be, because the funny thing is that when we saw the Mousesports Flipside Cobblestone match, at least, you know, Flipside were able to consistently get Markov into the drop zone like almost every round with an AK-47. So they always had good ways, good options, good rounds.
They had proper T strategies, Dan.
Yeah, they did. Despite
that's what they had. They had blades. They have blades. That's the problem.
They have blade. Yes, that's very true.
They have blades, and he has documents. He has dossiers of strategies, Dan. I saw them at MLG in the studio. I saw the dossiers. Yeah. But HellRaisers, I mean, yeah, it's very Mousesports their T side. 1 round we saw him go to A, walk to B, and then walk back to A.
Yeah.
Having done nothing or thrown anything or fired anything towards B. So we'll see. Looks like a safety in numbers game at the moment. Oscar being the man with the plan to open things up. Angel gets taken down. No trade coming in. That's the same smoke that Dennis threw last time, and he managed to get a sneaky kill with it. seems HellRaisers not willing to engage further. Nico's over towards B Plateau, looking for some information. That will allow the CTs to keep Nex unconnected and put 2 towards A. I mean, Nico towards B is enough. It could put the whole team towards A, to be honest.
Yeah, and it looks like HellRaisers will just try to go for the A challenge again. They are taking their sweet time because they are from the CIS region. So that's how you do it. To be fair, you know, you can try to force mistakes from an impatient team by doing that. And well, finally they decide that now is the time. Time is now. And Spiddy's going to be able to get some bullets in there, and his teammates know what's going on. They've got 3 players on the A site here. Should be okay for Mousesports to hold this, but actually, looks like Spiddy's going to be getting out of position here, unable to support his teammate on the site, who then goes down. And this is looking a little bit awkward now for the Mousesports side. It may be finally time for HellRaisers to try to get around here, but they are losing men to Nex, who's on the site with full HP, and bomb is yet to go down. There's no time to plant the bomb now, so Oscar needs to find Nico immediately, and he's going to go down after time. So that's like, he's not even going to get any money. Look at that, $250. That is horrendous.
Yeah, no AWP for Oscar.
$250, James. The rest of his teammates have 5K. He's got $250.
So HellRaisers have gone for a tactical pause. I wonder what they could be discussing, Dad.
I wonder if it's. I bet. Stiko can't drop an AWP, but I bet someone will drop Oscar an AWP or something. You can't have Oscar running around with just nothing.
They've got 2 players at about 6K, well, you can see it there on your screen. 2 players about 6K and 2 players at 4750. So, yeah, I mean, one player maybe takes one for the team, and they drop Oscar the AWP, because basically it seems that they are playing. What they're doing right now is Oscar, get us an opening, and then when he does that, they did that on A long. Then one player moves. I think it was Angel who moves forward. He's like the human shield for the team. He goes down, and there's no trade. No one's trading for the team when the first player is going around the corner. Dennis was literally just standing there in the corner, and he's allowed to smoke himself off and run away with no trade attempt from HellRaisers. So it doesn't seem like there's much going on the T side other than Oscar get a pick, and then let's do something with it. I don't think they have any idea how Mousesports are playing in the how many holy potatoes. They've won 10 rounds in a row, the CT side, and I don't think HellRaisers have any idea how they're playing.
I gotta say that I was very highly critical of Mousesports T side, but HellRaisers, what is this?
Even worse.
This is terrible, isn't it? Because at most of their rounds they haven't even constructed anything. They're just kind of walking around.
Yeah.
There's no real plan.
What is there to say?
There's
been 26 rounds of CS, and every T round has basically been just picks, play for picks, basically. So what can we even say during this tactical pause other than
well, we can welcome Red Eye, who has made an appearance after the horrendous traffic that afflicted him.
Nice side profile of Red Eye there. Maybe we can do it. There we go. How are you doing, sir?
I'm doing all right, yeah. Apart from the fact that I can't hear anything because, I don't know, I can't hear anything from you guys, but we'll fix that.
Can blame Dan for introducing with no warning whatsoever.
Right, exactly.
Thanks,
I got waylaid by the motorway from hell. So I'm sorry I'm late.
No worries.
I won't do it again.
We are going back.
We got you in for an apology. I think we're going back to the game now.
Thanks, back to the game. Thank you, Dan, for taking over the production of the show as well. Nice work. We'll have to.
That's why I'm here.
We'll give you a review afterwards. Quick note.
Can I be fired, please?
You're fired.
Please
yeah.
fire me,
As a producer, you're definitely fired. All right. So HellRaisers had a long pause, a long timeout. Now, are they going to have anything of substance to offer us on their T side? They won the pistol, and that's it. They've won nothing since. Angel and Qualifier standing outside the A bomb site. Rest of the team over towards B. But what are they doing? It seems they're going to go for a faster play, so they must be really desperate at the moment. Flying Oscar almost is enough, but not quite. Man down to both sides. Make that a bit more. Stiko putting in great work, but a bomb has been lost in connector once again with Qualifier and Angel moving down long A. I wonder if that's the best plan for the bomb, because we've seen it. That's not the first time that they've lost a bomb in their connector area while trying to split a site.
Not the last. And it's an impossibility getting back in here. I mean, okay, what is Qualifier going to work with? He's got a Molotov, a smoke, and an HE. So there's 35 seconds left as well. So, I mean, if he's very wily with his utility, it's definitely possible, because there is two sides for them to stand on the right and the left. Obviously, if you can obviously throw a Molotov towards one, slowly eliminate some positions. Just try to get it in. Just try to get in there.
There are 15 seconds left. He needs to find his kills.
Yeah. Boom! There is one, and the other player is very intelligently running the hell away because there's no time to plant. So there's the GG.
I don't understand the hesitation there. I mean, is nobody on the team looking at the clock? It's like you're gonna have to, you need to give yourself enough time where the second CT feels like he needs to push you. Otherwise, he's gonna run away. You're gonna lose the round.
Oh yeah. But I mean, you don't want to. Like, I don't want to have a. I would rather let somebody make a mistake than tell them what to do when they're in a one versus X situation.
Oh no, you can't tell them what to do. But I mean, if you say if someone just says 20 seconds, that should be enough for players at this level to understand a scenario where if I wait 10 seconds to pick one person, the other person's going to run away and I'm going to lose the round. So I have to push now.
Yeah. So well, at least he saved an AWP for Oscar. There is that. But HellRaisers look like they're going to lose this match after going up.
The last two rounds have been won by timeout then.
They went up 13-2 on the first half.
It's best of 5.
It is indeed.
Cash is the second map when we eventually get there. So can HellRaisers win 2 rounds on their T side? 2 more rounds, they've won 1 already, in fairness. Cobblestone first to go down. Angel having an answer. So we've got 3 people over towards A long. We'll see if they can play a trade game at the very least. Going to be hushed away by that smoke grenade with Chris J behind it. Got an AWP in the 5-7. So Stiko's near the platform where, of course, Nico will be waiting for him and his comrades. Timely smoke coming in from Spiddy there. Nico's going to play close to it, so if HellRaisers go for a push, then Nico's probably not going to get flashed. Playing it very smart indeed. So, HellRaisers, the split could be on here. They've got 2 people into drop zone now, but how are they going to make it into the site? Still going very, very slow. 15 seconds left now for them to push the site, get the kills, and again, it looks like another disaster for them. We've got 10 seconds on the clock here. They don't have control of the bomb. They're all getting cut down. Nico's been finished off, but is there enough time for them to plant the bomb? Throw makes it over to the site. He's just about got enough time. I don't know how HellRaisers have done this. But there we go. Post-plant situation now. Zero kind of stuck on the site at present. Not much HP onto him. And Oscar misses the shot there. Finally takes down Chris J. Down to Nex and Oscar now. Nex heavily tagged. Oscar missing the flash. And he is finally going to take HellRaisers to map points.
But James,
they did deserve to win that round though.
But this is worst case scenario now, because the likelihood of an overtime is incredibly high, James. Either way, we'll have to see if HellRaisers can get a boost from that round and close it out at this point, because they must be incredibly frustrated at going up 13-2 and it taking them this long to get around. That said, the money for Mousesports isn't too great, so well, it of course doesn't actually matter because HellRaisers are in 15 rounds. Anyway, let's see if Chris J can throw a wrench in the works. Here, Oscar trying to challenge, and the pick will not be going his way. In fact, he will have to back away entirely. So HellRaisers is not able to get the opening that they initially wanted. And instead now, it's going to be change of pace. In fact, they're not really taking peaks anyway. I mean, they're slowly moving forwards through A long, down through danger, but that's pretty much the only movement we really have from them. On the B side of the map, they're just very, very passive, not even showing anything. And Chris J's gotten into a very nice position due to this. And if they try to retake B plateau without grenades, that's going to be a fatal mistake because Chris J is ready and waiting. of course, you know, Chris J could always potentially miss a shot here, but it's very unlikely. But there you go, there's the flash. They will spot him too, so Chris J's actually in a little bit of trouble now. They could also get the mollies in there. He's going to have to try to dive out of that position, and Speedy's there to try to defend. And so far we're going to get some trades here, but it's going as usual, much better for the CTs. Mousesports looking very comfortable, and Mousesports should be going to 14 rounds here. Oscar is likely going to save this AWP. I don't think the money is in good shape for them.
No, it's not, and the loss bonus, of course, is going to be minimal. So, Dan, perhaps we're going to overtime, Dan.
I think so, yeah. I mean, it did seem very likely after they picked up that round, just because of how unlikely it is that they put themselves into round-winning positions. They haven't seemed to find consistency in structuring a round and in a way to give them those advantages. And the interesting thing as well, James, is that we haven't even seen any executes. Have you noticed that? That we haven't really seen any execute, like any fast executes. Not
even the standard nade execute on Cobblestone.
Yeah.
I mean on B, sorry.
And that's the crazy thing, because on Cobblestone, that B execute is one of those spots where it's like sometimes you can just win. Even with Tech9, sometimes it just works.
Or it can help you get into the site, but that's too much to ask for between these two teams, it seems.
Both teams seem incredibly unprepared on this map for the T side, which is very interesting. But there must be a winner. We shall see what makes the difference here in the end. Likely in overtime, unless we get a shock result here. We do get a quick pick there from Angel. The trade comes in though. Oscar is on the AWP as well, and because they're in a forward position, maybe there is hope for HellRaisers here. He's going to be coming in right now. First shot is going to connect. Another player down for Mousesports. Mousesports trying to scramble to reclaim the bomb site. Steeko getting a frag there onto Nico, so all of a sudden it looks like HellRaisers against all odds might actually be picking this one up, but back to a 2 versus 2 now. Oscar is lurking and they don't know where he is. Bomb is making its way all the way back to B. Oscar gets another shot as well. They're going to be completely sold that it's going to be an A plant attempt as the bomb makes its way towards B. Okay, now we're into a 1 versus 1. Questone against Speedy. Questone and the rest of HellRaisers, they really don't want this to go to overtime, I'm quite sure. And there you go, the bomb goes down. Speedy, does he think that it's A? Okay, I think his teammates must have told him that it's B or something. And Questone can be anywhere.
Yeah, but he is standing on the site, so he has a bit of shimmying to do. Both these players full health. And funny enough, it's Questone with the M4 and Speedy with the AK, so if Speedy's quicker on the trigger and his aim's work good, then he has a pretty good chance. Questone is going to take it to 16-14, so map 1 goes the way of HellRaisers, and Dan, we could have been here all night had Questone not won that 1 versus 1.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, I didn't expect them to win that round. I don't think they did either. They just did what they were doing most of the entire map, which is just sometimes we're just going to push. We're just going to walk into the bomb site as much as we can and throw some nades, see if we can get some frags. And it worked.
Yeah.
There was no rhyme or reason or methodology, it just worked.
Yeah, I don't know. There's not much really to say about that other than they were 2 horrific T sides, and I might need therapy after watching that match, Dan. Paul, how you doing?
I'm doing well. Yeah, I'm all fixed now. I can actually hear you, so that's a good start.
Awesome.
What on earth was going on in that game? I mean, can anyone play T-side on Cobble or not?
Well, Flipside certainly can.
Well, yes,
compared to
these
two teams. Yeah.
Doesn't seem likely.
Well, we can see the next map is going to be Cash. Since Inti just joined us, our maps are going to be Cobblestone, Cash, Inferno, Dust2, and Train. So Cobblestone and Inferno, I believe, were picked by HellRaisers, Cash, and Dust2 picked by Mousesports. So hopefully the worst is behind us, at least.
Yeah, I mean, it's torture, isn't it, if it's going to go to another overtime? I know you're triggered or something by overtime now. Well, I think you've got some sort of overtime-itis or something.
I may well do with Cobblestone, basically, because obviously we had a quite long one.
We had it 5 times overtime.
Exactly.
But the only thing for me is that in a situation like that, when both teams basically don't know how to play one side of the map, then it becomes like quite painful to see them just failing like that. It's just like you want to put them out of their misery. It's just like
30 rounds, of course.
Yeah.
Well, you have to have 30 rounds, otherwise it's boring, right? I guess. Are we just going to go through all 5 maps now and have 30 rounds on each? Is that okay, James?
Hopefully it's a bit shorter than that. I'd like that, but there we go.
This is the thing, like if a game is really, really long, but it's interesting from you know, because let's say a team has a way that they build around. I mean, again, like if you take Flipside as an example, Flipside would always get Markov into drop zone, and they would kind of position players around the map. You could see, you know, how they were clearing areas, kind of what their plan was, and how they were constructing that, and then how they create adaptations. That's actually really interesting. You can, you know, if you see that going to lots of overtimes, it's nice to see how that team then changes, because they're really good at that sort of things. But when you see two teams where it's just like flipping a coin, then it's a little bit painful, probably for the teams as well.
Yeah. Do you think Mousesports are going to be a bit upset after such a good comeback? Because it was a good comeback.
I don't know, because they're not good at the map, to be honest.
Yeah. So you feel like it would have been anything, if they got anything out of that, would have been a bonus.
Yeah, I think if they take the map, it's a bonus. But you know, can't be mad really.
All right. Well, we're going to take a quick break, and when we come back, we will fix the slight adjustments on the televisions to stop me from being over there somewhere. And of course, we'll have our second map of the night. Join us soon.